Welcome back to the channel. I'd like to give an update on restacking my margin buffer. It's May 1st and I wanted to start a new game plan or maybe keep the same game plan that I already was using. But one thing that I don't like about this portfolio is the amount of holdings. I have 24 holdings in this portfolio. I like to be more concentrated, maybe 10 or 15. I would really like to be below 10, but I'm on margin, and I think I just started adding more and more ETFs to try to protect myself against price drops. So the dilemma is, let me show you. My margin total is $17,146.23. Margin used $16,261.74. I have a 39.44% margin buffer, which is $5,551.72. My buying power is $884.49. And the dilemma is this. My cost of margin is 5.75%. So does it make sense to have an investment that's only paying 4%? I'm paying 5.75 to get back 4%. So that's a dilemma. So yeah, SCHD is a great dividend growth ETF, but paying me 4% is costing me more to make the 4%. So I need to figure out, do I want to keep a SCHD investment or sell it and put it in something that's going to make more than the 5.75% interest? The flip side of that coin is the ones that pay under 5.75% can add stability and price appreciation in the portfolio. So would the difference in income versus interest for the margin be worth it if SCHD, which is now like $25 a share, if SCHD goes up to $42 a share, would it be worth it then? It would increase my buffer. It would increase my portfolio amount. So that's kind of a dilemma where I'm at right now. Right now, my daily interest for the margin that I'm using is $2.44, which isn't bad. So that's like 60 something dollars a month. I'm making about $700 a month in income. So if you look at the overall picture, that's kind of a deal. $60 to make 700. So I may not sell those investments that's under the 5.75% interest. That's an option. Let me know down in the comments, what would you do? Would you keep the lower paying like ALWW, the all-weather ETF? It pays twice a year and the yield is less than 2%, I believe. CEFS, that's about 9%. CLOZ, 8%. CSHI is around 4. DJIA is about 12. DOGG, things like 10 or so. So most of these are above the 5.75%. Even Main Street Capital is above 5.75% yield. PFFA, QVML, that's the S&P 500 quality value momentum multi-factor ETF. I bought this. Average cost is $32.23. Right now, $32.72. But the yield that it pays is like 1.25%. So is it worth for me to keep that or not? Let me know down in the comment. I have the growth for the S&P 500, but not the income. SOFR, same way, that's like 4%. Weak, 4%. 1%, something small. And YPTC and ymax, those are 30% or so, 50%. So I don't have a problem with those. Even though ymax has dropped, my average cost of ymax is $17, and right now it's $13.36. I want to sell ymax so bad. I don't really care about the loss from 17 to 13.36. I do care, but will it keep dropping? It pays weekly. This Friday is going to pay 17 cents per share, and I have 500 shares. So, but I'm down $1,800 in total return. So I don't know. I may hold it and just get the weekly income and hope for the best. Who knows? So some of the options that I have to add to this portfolio is in my S&P 500 versus S&P 500 watch list. So I have Bally, GPIX, iSpy, IVVW, PAPI. And they all do different strategies on the S&P 500. They all pay well into the double digits. I think Bally and GPIX may pay 8 or 9%, but the other ones pay like 17 and 12. So that's well above the 5.75. So I can sell those low yielders and replace them with these high yielders. And GPIX, I know for sure, has pretty much had some good price appreciation, or is holding its NAV. I believe Bally is also. And I think they're all doing better than like the ymax ETFs. So I can swap out the 5 low payers, low yielders, and replace them with those 5 high yielders and still get some price appreciation. So if I got rid of the 5 low ones and replace with the 5, I'll still have 24 holdings. Or I can keep everything the way it is and not do anything. Or the third option is add the 5 to the 24 and have 29 holdings. That's really getting up there. I'm getting spread too thin. I'm kind of diluted, my portfolio. But the most important thing is income. The second most important thing is keeping my margin buffer and not get a margin call. So let me know down in the comments, what would you do? Let me know. Thanks for watching.